Hello sexy souls, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to this week's energy check-in, check-up. And anyone that is new here, I do collective energy updates every week. They're not really based on this week because the collective just gives me whatever messages it wants, and then you interpret that how you like. But yeah, there's no real timeline because sometimes they can be telling me something that's going to happen in a couple of months and stuff like that. So just interpret it in your own way and feel how it translates for you and what you think that means. Before I get into the collective energy update, I want to say that a lot of my ways of trying to figure out the universe is through Skystrology, and I just did a video with the lovely Cloudette, the creator and founder of Skystrology. Her website and everything will be down below, but I want to mainly just tell people, if you're interested in having Cloudette do a live, I'll be there as well. She'll be doing a live event, and on this Wednesday it'll be at 7 p.m. GMT. So what's that? 19? I'm never good at the 3D problems. Yeah, you know what, PM. So 7 p.m. GMT, London, Ireland time. And yeah, the link and everything for that is down below, but she will go through what Skystrology kind of is, and how, you just watch the interview as well, because if you haven't seen it already, it'll really just get you to understand why I love it so much, being psychic. And guys, I'm not joking when I say that Skystrology has really tapped me in, like really connected and opened me up to things I didn't even think I could feel psychically. Like, I'm just having a lot of things happen recently and I'm just trying to process them. So that's why I've taken a break from my private readings. But last night I had a past life come through, and it all linked up to my Skystrology. I was freaking out. I was literally looking at my chart last night, and I was just kind of like seeing where everything was and where the planets were and everything. And I was just having these massive downloads, and then a past life came through, and it was a very well-known person. I'm still not ready to share that. I don't know when I'll be ready to share that. But I've never in any other astrology had things like this come through. Like, I have a star talking to me, and telling me stuff, and just beyond words. So I highly recommend it if you're very much intuitive and psychic as well, or you just don't really feel like you understand the other astrology. This astrology is for you. Because I was like that. I just didn't get it. I just didn't get the other astrologies as much. And this is more of a personal journey as well. You're not going to find this information in books, because you have to kind of intuit everything, and you have to be your own observer. That's what Cloudette kind of says, is that we're the scientists, because we are taking our power back. We are believing what that constellation means to us, not what it means to someone else, or whatever scientist or archaeologicalist, I can't say that word, archaeological, I don't even know what it is, archaeologist, what's the word? Comment down below. But you will get your own sky chart after the event is done, and she also includes the stars that are in your chart as well, which are very important too. But yeah, I'm telling you, this chart is connecting me to God, straight connection to God, and I'm not joking when I say that. I've never had any system work as divine as that. So I highly recommend that you join us on Wednesday. And yeah, I will move on now. The links and everything will be down below. And yeah, you can watch the video if you want and learn a little bit more about it before you like, I'm not trying to force you to join us, but before you join, maybe just watch that video as well, just to fully make sure that you're ready. But yes, we are going to go in. So I was doing a little meditation, and I had, things are heavy at the minute, okay? Right. So in our personal life, everything is very heated, let's say. Everyone is a little tense. Everyone's trying to do things for one another. They're like, some people are being like really helpful, but it's kind of annoying, and everyone's a little bit scattered, let's just say. That's a personal energy I'm picking on a very like, so when I read the collective, I read it in layers as well. So on the personal levels of like communities and stuff, it's very kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like people are just being a little annoying. Because everyone's trying to help and do things for one another, but also that there's just tension. There's also a lot of protests and things happening in the world, and I said that this would start happening in another few of my videos. I said that these will just get more and more and more of a regular thing until like the government is like, okay. But this is what is meant to happen. This is the divine plan that God has for us, is we have to take back our power, our rights, because it was all taken away from us without us really realizing it. So we need to realize that our rights were taken away. And the message that I'm getting right now is that, you know, there's so many people that are still in this mindset of we're stuck. We're going to be into the next... Like, it's happening here in Ireland as well, where, you know, they're already kind of basically saying that we're going to go back to normal. Normal-ish. I don't know what normal is. But, like, going back to some kind of normal. And people are not accepting it. They're like, they've been so abused that they don't want to believe it. Because if they believe it and then we're, you know, on that whole restriction again, they're going to be like frustrated by it, and it's going to trigger them again. So people are just not ready for this. But like, now I feel that the collective is ready for it, but it just is going to feel, you know, that fire, that destructive energy has to just push it through now and be like, okay, we're nearly there. Push. It's like a mother giving birth. Just push now. It's nearly there. Okay? So that's what I feel like collectively I'm picking up. So that's the main energy in the 3D. Let's say in the 3D, people who are still stuck in the 3D, they are still stuck in scarcity mindset. They think that, you know, they need to keep taking from the government to survive, and need to take all of this money from the government to survive and just hold on to it. This is one of the things that I'm picking up in the collective that I need to talk about anyway, is money. Again, I'm sorry, people don't like me talking about money because a lot of people have abundance blockages, and I'm trying to help you work through that. But a lot of people don't like the whole crypto, the whole money talk, they just don't like it, because again, the 3D mindset is that money is scarce, and, you know, it's really hard to, you know, get money. And even people who follow law of attraction and stuff, there's parts of law of attraction, like The Secret and stuff, it's still 3D. The words, the language that's used in those books don't resonate with me, never did, because they're just restrictive and they're 3D. Okay? So abundance is that you need to realize that everything is energy. So money is just energy. Money is one of the main energies that manipulated us into believing that, you know, everything is scarce and that abundance isn't a real thing, because we have to buy everything, and we have taxes and shit like that shouldn't even exist. Okay, that is all going away. It's already gone in my paradigm, and where the higher level of the collective, which is kind of like the crown of the collective, let's just say, it's already over and done with. Like this, there's a thing called Nisera, and people are like, weren't believing it, we're believing it. I don't really know what to believe, because I don't really read into them things. I just know that, you know, taxes and stuff like this, they're all going to go away, because I'll get into this. Okay, sorry. I'm getting a lot of messages coming through. So I'm pretty sure Neptune... Yeah, so I think... Okay, well, Neptune 0 degrees at Aquarius. I thought it was in Pisces. Okay, so... 0 degrees, obviously. Yeah, sorry. I'm still learning Skystrology. So, Neptune is going in 0 degrees into Aquarius. Okay! That makes sense to what I was feeling then. Okay. So the last like while, Neptune was in Pisces, which is a very, very spiritual and very scary place for a lot of people. What I was picking up, we're moved out of that now. Moving out of it, it's hard. Jesus, time is hard for me. Like, okay, we're moved out of it, and that whole period of this kind of fear that we were having was to kind of shake us into remembering. I think a lot of people through that, when Neptune was there, were in the collective feeling this fear because it was an awakening to remember that we are more than this. We are more than this, okay? This little body. That was what that felt like for me, and it's also very much connected back to, it's like there's steps, okay? We're on like step 3, I'm hearing. So step 3, step 1 was the conjunction, 21st of December. And then step 2 was when we went into the spring equinox. Step 3, for some reason, it's like May. So that, I don't know why, because my guides are telling me to pay attention to that. So Neptune moving into Aquarius. Okay, and that is where they're leading me to. Sorry, they're just... And my guys are telling me stuff, so... Okay, so the Aquarius, this makes sense now. Okay. The conjunction, Neptune was in Pisces, now it's into Aquarius. And this is the celebration that I want to talk about. So I'm not sure when this is, but the collective is now going through a healing process. And it's mainly the earth-based element. And the earth-based element is linked to money. So that's why I'm going to talk about money again, okay? And the lovely JCK, I sent her a voice note because she spoke to me about her daughter had these like night terrors, and it talked about, just go watch her recent video Q, and is the 1 to 5, I think. I done a video with her, you will have seen it, but the one after that is, watch that video, because that's, not many people will be ready for that, people will be afraid of that, but like, this is the whole process. This is not an easy time. This is to make you believe in God again. A lot of us stop believing in God because they tried to stop us at every single place that they could, okay? And Aquarian energy is all about technology, okay? And she spoke about that in her recent video about good AI and bad AI, and I've always kind of believed in this because of how technology would just speak to me and clarify with music. Like, I'd be thinking about something and then a song would come on. Like, that's not Google doing that. That's God. Okay, so there is good and bad AI, and I truly believe that, and I need you to watch her video to fully understand where I'm going with this, okay? Because in her video she talked about the floods, okay? And when she was telling me about her daughter and the dream and everything, I was sitting on a rock outside, and I was sitting there for a while, and I just felt really like spaced out. Like, I was looking out into the horizon, and I was like, everything looks so like amazing. I can't explain it. Just pure bliss. And I was looking at everything, and everything looked more bright. The world looked brighter. And then that rock, the energy, I started to feel it, and I could kind of almost see it kind of coming with my mind's eye, like radiating off of me, and I was like, whoa, and it was intense. And then I just started crying and crying and crying and crying, and it was healing me, but I was like, I don't have any trauma to really work through, so I was like, why am I crying? And then when I asked, Mother Earth basically said that the earth is going through a healing. And Chiron is at 18 degrees Pisces. That's on the 26th. So Chiron is the people call it the wounded healer. And whatever. I actually really like the Chiron energy, to be honest, because I feel like I said this to Cloudette. I feel like it's the key to unlock the door that you're afraid to open. It's like they're like, here's the key. You know, all you have to do is open that door, and there you are. Walk through, and that's your problem. You work through what is in that room, and come back out, and you'll be changed. That's Chiron for me. It was a message that energy gave me. So, yeah. So Pisces is that water energy, okay? And again, when I was communicating with my guides earlier on, they were basically saying that, they said, first of all, I heard that leadership is going to change. Currently, okay, everything is linked to water here. JC talked about floods, okay, on the earth level. Money is connected to the earth element, okay, but it's also connected to water. Maritime admiralty law is the law of the land, the law of the sea. All of this, everything is all connected now, and we're coming to this point of like, holy fucking shit. Okay. But on the other side I see it already. It's a very, very, very positive and a bright place. A lot of celebrations are going to happen. Jesus, I'm so ready and looking forward to it. I don't like to say I cannot wait for it, because I can wait. I will enjoy every moment of this big show that's going on. But yeah, so basically what they had told me, when I say they, I'm just talking about my hairstyle. What I was getting in that meditation was that I heard the Fed is dead. Okay, so it's been gone a while now. I don't know. I don't really read up on that either, but I know that I'm not sure if it's completely gone in the mainstream media, but it's gone from what the collective is telling me now. Like, it's basically like already done. So I don't know what I'm hearing that there's been these like weird messing up with things were messing up with technology as well. So that was things switching over is what I was hearing. Also, people have this thing with the banks, okay? Again, banks, the river bank, Ripple, cryptocurrencies is like, right, there's a cryptocurrency called Ethereum, okay? Ether. All of these cryptocurrencies, the main kind of ones, are very spiritually loaded with symbolism and stuff like this. Ripple, you know, water again. It's all about bringing back the power to the people through cryptocurrency, okay? So the banks had a problem because when they would send money, it would take really long, and it was just liquidity risk or something, I think it's called. Liquid, again, water. We're talking about water again, because water is our life force. We are made up of water. So if they can control the money, which they were doing for such a long time, they controlled us. So the matrix is the money. The matrix is the Fed. The Fed is dead. The matrix is gone. You are free. We are free. God has won. That's it. Like, it's I don't know what else to say, because it's so set in stone now for me that I'm already in the new earth, and I want that to kind of resonate with everyone else, because there are people that are afraid, and they're like saying, oh, well, the banks are bad, the banks are bad. Everyone has had a chance here to kind of redeem themselves, is what I'm hearing from the collective. And there are some that just chose not to, and that's fine. Let them die off with their decision, because the banks that are not going to want to, you know, adapt to this new, equal, common community, okay? The people that aren't going to do that, and the banks and the governments that aren't, they can't exist. They can't exist in this new energy, okay? So, there is a lot of celebrations that will be coming up with money, crypto. People are making, okay, the funniest thing is, what I heard was, there are little kids making money off like meme coins and stuff like this. And yes, people think that that's bad and that, you know, 99% of the cryptos are going to go and whatever. I checked in with my cards, and for some reason it's not the case. People don't have the right idea, again, because God is basically feeding the collective with certain ideas so that we get over the hump that we don't want to go through. Okay? So AI technology is basically kind of putting things in our heads so that we all think about it, so that we don't want to have it happen, and then we get over it and it doesn't happen. So I'm not sure if a lot of the cryptocurrencies are going to go. A lot of, obviously, the ones that are actually scams, they're going to go, but a lot of them are actually really good, and there is a lot of kids that are into these NFTs and things like this, and I don't really understand them, but like those as well, like there's going to be regulations and stuff like that, but money is not the same anymore, ever going to be the same again. It's not like how people think, because it's just going to be a thing that we exchange as a way to say thank you, but it's not going to be like, you owe me this and I owe you that. It's just like, here you go, here's a little bit of my crypto, love, blah blah. I literally see it like that. It's like, oh, here's some XRP, oh, here's some Ethereum. Like, it's just this nice little flow, okay? Not this, oh my god, I have to count my dollar bills. No, that's gone, that's dead. The Fed is dead. The Fed was printing off fake money. It's dead. That old system is gone. We're out of it now. Okay, so I'm sorry about talking about this, but this is very much linked, because this is the flood of abundance. Okay? And with that flood of abundance, there is also a flood that people have been predicting for a long time, and I've been feeling it as well, that, you know, could happen. Again, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. It mightn't be as bad as we think, but we have to prepare and understand that a lot of things are changing. So you need to start working on your inner self, okay? That's what I have been trying to get through to people. Is that it's not, no more looking for information. We have to kind of just really understand where we are at, okay? Because what the main energy of this week for me is what the problem I'm seeing in the collective, the 3D part of it, like the lower layer of the collective, is that people still think that they need to borrow, and you know that they're not, they don't have enough to survive and stuff like this. You have everything that you need, okay? You have everything that you need, and that is your connection to your higher self and being present with right now. Because when you're present, that's when you collect. That's when you can start connecting into the collective energy. But yeah, one last thing I wanted to maybe touch on was, I don't really follow this whole Lilith thing, but I just label it as Lilith. I don't actually know if it is her, but there was a dark feminine energy, okay? And it's basically when the whole financial stuff happens, the flood is like basically drowning her out, okay? So this is on a technological side with the crypto, and then on the, because we're moving from Earth, which is, yeah, the flood on Earth, to also the flood, okay, of abundance in cryptocurrency, electric money, okay? Because we're moving from Earth into Aquarian kind of energy, and I'm not sure if we're exactly there yet, because Skystrology, I don't think we are, but when you see what we're working towards, you can understand what the floods are, okay? But yeah, that is just the biggest energy update I've had, and there's so much more I could add to that, but I don't want to talk too much. And yes, I am going to now just dive right into the personal pick a cards. So just choose between one of the numbers 1, 2, or 3, and your timestamp will be down in the description below, and we shall begin. Hello, group number 1, welcome to your energy checkup, and as always I am going to start off channeling through my higher self, just basically showing me what is going on in this collective energy of this group. The tarot deck that I'm going to use for you guys at the end is the Light Seers Tarot. This is the one I'm drawn to this week. I feel like everyone needs a little bit of a little bit of brightening up, because the energy, as I said, feels very like that was from last week though, was what I felt, and now it feels like it's transitioning out of that, so this is good. A lot more opportunities are coming for you, group number 1. Okay, let's just start off and see. Yeah, okay. Okay. The first thing I'm starting to see is I literally saw someone like holding a little crystal ball and being like, a little crystal. And the way that I felt, there was like a lighting up in the heart and a lighting up in the crystal. So it's the message that I'm getting from this is, if you're very intuitive, you are going to feel very proud of yourself for where you've come to where you are at this point, because you're starting to realize that your intuition is way more powerful than you first thought it was, like maybe last year or something. Like, you're way beyond your years. You're like cosmic years, I'm hearing. So I don't know what that means, but like, you know what I mean? You're way beyond it. And I honestly think that there is almost this feeling of a fresh start again, and you're feeling very confident. So that's the energy I'm getting off of this, because it's almost like in union again. That I'm seeing the infinity symbol, so it's like the ball of light in your hand and the ball of light in your heart. It's like they're in union with one another. So it's like what is outside of you is also inside of you, but in a divine way. So everything is in balance. If that makes sense. So that's why I'm picking up with that. I also feel like maybe last week you were a little bit in your ego, not in a bad way, but you were a little bit in your ego where you were kind of like smug about something. I don't know what it was, but you were just like, told you so. Kind of in your mind. I don't know if you've said it to people, but in your mind you were kind of like, told you so. So that is something that I'm picking up from that, and it feels like it was towards a male. Some of you, it could have to do with the whole global thing, with the whole thing, the election and stuff. And others, it's actually a person in your life, a male, that he's very, like, you and him have this very sexual chemistry that's just like, there's fire in this. There's a lot of fire in this energy of this week, and it's even more heightened in your connection to this man. Okay, because it is a man I'm seeing, and over on this side I am seeing a woman, and it's like they're coming and locking in with the exact same vibration that keeps things moving in a new direction. Because with the abundance that I'm seeing, it's like full moon. Okay. There's a full moon in Virgo on Monday. Okay. Because I'm hearing abundance and looking. Sometimes I hear to look at the calendar, and then I look directly at where they want me to look. Okay. Right. Okay. So I'm not exactly sure, but your emotions this week towards this, maybe it's your husband, or I don't know who it is, but there's a lot of fire in it. And if it's not sexual, it's just whatever you're doing with this man. You're very passionate about it, and you want it to be perfect. You want it to be perfect. So whatever you're working on together, because I am feeling that what's in your mind a lot as well is you're having to be a little bit selfish with certain things that you want to do, but it's not that you want to be a dick about it. You just are like, listen, we're working on this, something to do with your work. Like, I feel like everyone is starting to kind of work together, but they need you to be the leader in some aspects of this, to be kind of like stepping up and being like, listen, you're not doing it. So if this is your work life situation, you're being asked to kind of step up and be at a level playing field, kind of taking what you've learned from the masculine side and taking it up to the feminine. But it's got to be this fire, this like, let's do this, let's get rid of the old ways and let's just change everything up. So whatever that means for whatever area of your life, but it's in the mind. A lot of the things you're thinking about right now is you're thinking, this is a selfish thought, but it's not. I don't know how to explain that. You know, if you're spiritual, you know that when you're having selfish thoughts, that they're not selfish, because if you're tapped in, which you are, you realize that this selfish thought that you're having is actually to help the people outside of you. Because when you're doing something that's selfish in a connected divine way, you're kind of doing it so that this person doesn't bother you anymore. You're kind of doing it to help them so that they don't keep disrupting you. Okay? I don't know how to explain this. Sometimes I don't know what I'm explaining because it's coming through and that's the way I'm explaining it, so just take it whatever way you want. But yeah, lastly, I feel like I really feel that you sexually you just want to just get going. Okay, sexually, passionately. It's a really good week to work on your passions. So whatever, just you need to create. You need to just do something. You need to just get energy burning. So if that means exercise as well, go out, go for a run. I'm hearing going for a run by like a river or something, just to kind of, you know, get rid of the fire energy, but also be beside the water, so that you're kind of, you know, you're burning calories and everything, and you're jogging and you're getting that exercise in. But if you're by the seaside, it's this perfect like divine balance. I'm hearing. Must try that out for myself actually, if I ever start exercising properly, because that sounds nice. Imagine, I see why people jog at the beach now. Okay, working. This is alchemy. That's alchemy. If you're conscious about it, you know what you're doing. You're like, whoa. But some people do it unconsciously. But yeah, that's the last thing. But sexually as well. Maybe the reason I'm picking that up is maybe because you have that fire energy at the minute of the sexual, like, that you need a little cooling down. So maybe taking some time to go by the ocean will really like release some of that tension that you're holding, because you're like ready to just grab life by the balls. Okay. Okay. I am going to pull 3 tarot cards now, just for any extra messages, and if they want to further clarify anything. Okay. I'm hearing no, don't mess with my fun. Okay. I heard no, don't mess with my fun, and as I put that funds, so funds. Okay, so we will see what other cards we have here, but I feel like this is that infinity symbol I was seeing. I hope you can see that in the camera. There's like a swirl there, the 8. This is people, okay, whoever you're collaborating or working with, don't let them take your energy in whatever way that means for you. Okay, so if this is the start of the week, okay, I'm hearing that it is the start of the week. I feel like just people are trying to, you know, take from you, and it's like, what are you doing to yourself by letting them take from you? Okay, when you want to invest in yourself in this collective exchange, you need to make sure that everyone is playing an equal part in this for it to work out properly. So that is like a little thing that I'm seeing, because the 6 of Pentacles is not about that, but that's just how I'm picking it up. So because I'm working with my own higher self as well, So I'm picking up that and then connecting it to the card, not necessarily always the meaning of the card. But it is kind of connected because, you know, you're helping someone out, but they're kind of taking from you and not really giving anything back. And in this card, it is that infinity symbol, so it's like equal give and take. Okay? 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. Okay. This is financial blockages. I don't know if you have it. No. You don't have any financial blockages, but what I do want to say, if for anyone that is a little bit like, don't take my funds, or they're not willing to, you know, if you are that person, you're not willing to maybe invest in like crypto or anything like that, you're just kind of, you know, holding on to your money. I want to say that saving you is not going to get you out of the place that you're in. So if you're worried and you're struggling with money at the minute, you know, saving it in a little piggy bank is not going to unlock the rewards that are waiting on the other side of the store. Okay? I talked about Chiron in my energy update intro. Chiron is the key. I'm looking at the key in the door. I talked about the door in that intro as well. So this is what it is. It's like the key is right there, but she doesn't believe that she deserves it. She's not going to use the key to open the door to get to the next part of her transition, which is the 6 of Pentacles. You have a lot of you do have a lot of money issues, blockages, but again, this could also have to do with something external as well, because we have that, and I heard it. So for some people, it's like you have people in your life that are like this, or you're constantly being surrounded by people who are in this kind of mindset. So paying attention and hearing to the people that you surround yourself with, because we have the Moon card. Okay, the Moon card is all about illusions. It's all about reflecting the subconscious things that we want to just keep blocked, that we want to just keep them down there in the depths. We don't want them to come to the surface. So I think that this is the polarity, because we have the wolves, the white wolf on one side and the black wolf on the other side, and it's just the polarity of the different parts of the shadow and the light. Okay, and I'm just seeing like people's fears at the minute are very tainted. Okay, because a lot of people have these fears of these dark entities, dark energies, extraterrestrials, and all of this. And this is also something that's part of the illusion that's not so real. Okay, because there are parts of this belief that these darker entities are kind of what we're meant to just be one with it and understand it or something. I don't know how to explain this, but I'm hearing that you need to realize that you are just pure light. Okay? You can just choose to be pure light. You can do whatever the fuck you want with your mind and choose to believe it. Sorry for cursing. But I'm just hearing like, yes, we have to get past the whole polarity, dualistic shit, okay, and just realize that I am light. I am light. I'm pure light. Okay? Yes, I have aspects of me that I work through, but at the front that I put out, the energy that I expel. Expel? Is that a word? I don't know. But I just heard it. So, because I'm like, the spell that I am casting externally is light. I'm casting a spell on people that helps them radiate their light. Okay? And that's what the universe wants you to start realizing, is that you just have to choose to do your best in this world to, you know, work through the things that you don't want to let go of. like, let them come to the surface and just enjoy them, okay, when they're coming up, because they're coming up for a reason, for you to let go of them, okay? But yeah, I just want you to believe that, like, we have like stuff that's in our past and that's in the past now. So when you're in the present, try and be as present as you can, and just make sure that you're, you know, trying your best to be kind to people, to not bitch about people, to not lie about people, to not, just be as good as you can be. Even if you're trying, that's all God really cares about. If you're trying your best, that's all that matters, okay? So just forget about the dark and the light having a war with each other, because that is the collective energy that you can pull from, okay? Quantum stuff, quantum physics. Don't really know much about quantum physics. I psychically look into the quantum, but I don't know how to read the science of it, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's what I've got for you. I'm going to pull one of these. I need water. My throat is very dry today. Transformation. Pressure. I like this card. So I don't know if it's going to reflect, but there we go. I think if I turn it to the side, it's there. It just, you can't really see it, but this is like literally what I'm literally seeing this line. There's a face here coming through. So there's this light and this face coming through, and it's basically like saying that what I'm picking up again is this pressure, this feeling, this intensity is like you're pushing to bring yourself into that expel, okay? I don't know why I'm saying that word. I don't know if that's even a word, but that's that expelling that I'm feeling like, and it's like the DNA. There's like swirls here as well. Like it's like almost like we're going through these DNA activations to be present in the moment, to help everyone else get them back into the present moment, okay? And realize that this now, when we're in that space, that is where we are in alignment with who we truly are, okay, and who God truly is. Okay, so that is all I have for you, group number 1. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you next week. Goodbye. Hello, group number 2, and welcome to your energy checkup. So, as always, and for anyone that is new, I like to channel messages first, and then I use tarot after. So the tarot I was drawn to using today for everyone is the Light Seers Tarot. So that's one I'll be using. There you go. Have a closer look at it. But yes, I'm just going to clear it again from the other group. So, right. Let me just see what I'm picking up. I don't know how people are going to take this energy, because I feel a little heavy here. So, if you are triggered, I'm sorry. You can hit on me as much as you want. I wear protection. So, this isn't going to be bad. Don't worry. I'm just trying to read the energy right now, and I'm just feeling like, oh. So some souls are just going to be like, what? Okay. Right, I want to say that recently you just went through this kind of phase, and you probably aren't really proud of it, but you went into this phase of, you know, maybe you're having glasses of wine, you're drinking a little bit of alcohol, you're having a little gossip, a little chit chat with your friends, and then it started again, and it started to become a regular thing, because you were using alcohol or whatever addiction, or whatever the addiction is. You're just, doesn't matter what it is, it's just you're using something negative to cover up something that doesn't want to be resolved or dealt with, okay? That's what I'm getting from this. You have to really pay attention to the words that you are saying, because I feel like if you've been going to get some support from a friend or something, you need to listen to the words that your friend is saying to you and pull the words apart. Because between if you're reading between the lines, your friend is actually trying to help you, but you are choosing not to do anything about it. And trust me, friends that do that are annoying, okay? I'm just saying it. You need to, if you're going to look for help from someone, take their advice. Because if you go to them and then they say something and it triggers you and you get mad at them, that is not something that they will want to keep putting up with. Like, they're your friend, they'll could be a friend, could be a sister, could be whoever, but they're there, I'm hearing, to support you, so like, and help you deal with a wound that you have that maybe you don't realize you have it yet. But it's all coming and it's all stemming from either an authority figure in your life that has that very powerful masculine energy that is very authoritative, like very like, listen, or they're no bullshit, but they can also kind of scare you a little bit. So I don't know if this is a negative male in your life. I don't know if it comes from your father's, as a child, his energy, your boss, your partner, whoever. But this masculine energy in your life is trying to push you to like start fresh, okay? So this might not even be a physical person in your life if you're not sure about that. But there is a masculine force that wants you to take action, and it doesn't give a shit. It does not give a shit if you fall on your ass, because it wants you to get back up again and start again, get back up again, start again. It's almost like as if as if someone's at the gym and they're trying to lose weight or something, and they have that really like that instructor that's like, get up, do it again, da, da, da. That's what it's military kind of shit. And the illusion around all of that is they're trying to push you to your limit so that you keep going. You keep on fighting through this, okay? This is what it is. So stop I'm channeling, so sorry. Stop complaining is what I'm hearing. Your guides are basically like, no more of this. We want you to completely just turn everything around and look what's behind you, okay? Because what's behind you is actually what is meant to be in front of you. You keep looking into the past. So what you think, like, you think that your past reflects what will be, when actually it's reversed. You need to start looking and focusing on what you really do want, because the things that you want are the things that you're avoiding to talk properly about, okay? And if there is a person in your life that is quite strict on you, your partner or whoever, I don't know if they're just not right. If they're not right for you, they're not right for you. You will know that yourself. I'm not saying that. But on the other hand, I'm kind of picking up that they're trying to just help you get back your power, okay? And I don't know if that's meant to trigger you into doing whatever, but I just really do feel that there's such good opportunity to work with the energy that's presenting itself to you. Externally, there's so many people that are pushing you and triggering you and pulling you into this space of like, fuck it. But you're kind of running around trying to. That's that fire energy that I was feeling last week. It's kind of scattered everybody. So you're not the only one. Don't worry. But now is the perfect time to fully just get back into things again. Okay. I feel like that's a message for me, to be honest, as well. So listen, if this triggered you, I'm also kind of speaking to myself about certain things, because my guides are kind of like, you too. So they're pointing at me. Let's see. What else am I picking up? Okay, this is not a message for me. Okay, so anyone that is stuck in this kind of like feeling of being that nothing's going to get better, you're gonna move through an ego death, and it's because you were starting to not really associate, like you were disassociating from the what's going on around you, like the collective energy, what's happening in the world. Like you would hear something about some kind of news about something. You're like, I don't really care about that. I don't really care what's happening in the world. I don't care what's happening to that person. I don't really care. Not all of you are like that, but there's some of you are just like, maybe you're not saying it, but your mind is kind of telling you you don't care. So what's really going to start happening with your relationships is that they will start to test you the most. These arguments, these frustrations, these like clashings between people and their egos is to break you out of your own ego. We all have egos, okay? We all have egos, and we break out of them every now and again. We upgrade, and your ego runs after you, and it's like, no, wait, I wanted to tell you this one thing, and then your ego's like, you're a loser. That's literally how ego deaths works, okay? It's like it's this constant love-hate relationship that we have with our ego, and you're just going through another period of that, okay? Where you basically, your ego caught up with you again, and he's whispering in your ear, you loser. So don't believe it, okay? Just don't believe it, and just push him away, push the ego away again, and be like, bye-bye, see you later. Okay. But yeah, that's kind of what I have. Also, it's a good time to pay attention to your dreams. Okay, I want to ask for further messages quickly and to clarify anything that I've already said. 6 of Wands. Okay, good. Nine of Cups. This is good energy. This is good. Okay. I'm glad. I'm glad they're kind of giving me something else to focus on here. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay, so I really do feel like for anyone that has been waiting, whatever it is that you just are really, really wishing for to happen, that's basically waiting now. So whatever, I feel like it's going to happen at the end of the week, because we have the Queen of Pentacles there. The Queen of Pentacles there is that Mother Earth, that Earth motherly energy, and she's basically like, I'm waiting very patiently for you. So at the end of the week, May 2nd, Moon Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. Okay. Okay. So the opportunity is definitely going to present itself by the end of the week, okay? And you're going to be very, very confident about where you're going with that. So whatever that is, I don't know. But whatever you've been wishing for, you're starting to believe it now with the 6 of Wands. Because somehow, somewhere, you're starting to feel more like there's clarity around it, because maybe people are recognizing it, or people are also saying it to you. But you're just feeling like, okay, this is all making a lot of sense to me. Because we have the Nine of Cups here, and I honestly feel that with this, whatever this, it's almost like you're releasing that pressure that you were kind of holding on to, because I think at the end of the day, group number 2, the main situation here that's going on seems to be involving you wanting to feel like you have some sort of a purpose in life. And I want to let you know that your purpose for right now is to just really ground yourself and pay attention to what's happening around you, okay? I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles and everything, and then I looked at the calendar and it's Moon in Capricorn, you're going to start to feel more in touch with the waters within and the earth outside of you, okay? So you're going to feel more in flow with where you're going in life, where you see the world going. Everything's going to start to feel a lot more a lot more. Pull a card, I'm hearing. I literally went blank and I heard pull a card. Okay. A lot more. I don't remember even what I said. A lot more light. Sunshine. There's that fire. Okay, I love this card. Wow, it's like the sun is melting lava. Whoa. As well, if you have a sister or you have a friend, this is that friend. I think that's a friend that's kind of with you, who you've been kind of communicating with, who's been helping you with a lot of things. But in this card, I love it. You're just starting to realize that, you know, things have to be the way that they have to be. But the light is starting to get brighter, brighter, hotter, hotter. You're starting to feel like you're ready for this change to begin. But yeah, that is all that I have for you, group number 2. I hope you enjoyed this. Leave a comment down below if it made any sense in any way, and I will talk to you next week. Goodbye. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your energy checkup. So if you're new here, I like to channel just information from my higher self first of this collective of the group. And then I will pull some tarot cards. Today I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot. I love this deck. I'm just going to clear it now quickly. And we will then just get straight into this reading. I said I was going to get water. Sorry. I said I was going to get water group number 1, and here I am, still no water. I never usually don't bring water. Okay. Okay. Someone has been doing some earthing, which I love. I love this. Some of you have been also, I don't know, some of you have been out maybe in the garden. Hearing the Garden of Eden. It's like you're making your own little Garden of Eden. Your little sacred space. So if you've been spending a lot of time in the garden, out in the sun with your partner, and just really been enjoying that, that is great. Keep that up, is what I'm hearing. Keep doing more to that. Trim your bushes. What else? So, right, the main thing that I'm seeing with you, group number 3, is that you're having to make a lot of decisions for someone in your life that's basically, they're at the end. Okay. They're at the end. This is the masculine. So the feminine, whoever is the feminine in your relationship, are you the more masculine? Are you the more feminine? Because there's just a lot of choices having to be made, is what I'm seeing. Because what the emotions were doing past, I'm hearing, they're gone now. It was very much what about me? What about what I feel? What about what I want to do? And it kind of felt like things were, you know, going to go their separate ways, which was not going to go like that at all. You and they just needed this time to really rest and think about what they were trying to actually achieve. Because what they were trying to actually achieve was to stop you, or for the vice versa, whatever way it works. They just didn't really want to be broken a box. They didn't want a box to be broken. Basically, they didn't want a belief system to be shattered. One that was trying to stay. One that didn't want to go, is what I'm hearing. But that one, I still don't feel like it's gone yet, but it will go. So whoever you're just waiting for to kind of wake up to things, or you're letting them make their own decisions in life, but you're also trying to help them a little bit. I do feel like this is what I want to say, because I feel like a lot of you are focused on them. What I want to say is you need to start making decisions and choices as well for yourself, instead of always focusing on them. Okay? Because yeah, the self-love is a big thing. You need to start spending a little bit of more time, you know, like balancing your work and your alone time, and then whoever else as well. Like, it's kind of like you need to kind of prioritize the balance between your day and what you're doing in your day. Like, are you spending all your day working? Because that's not going to work. Okay? Or are you doing like just a healthy balance is what I feel like is needed for you. Group number 3. As well, I feel like there is there could possibly be an opportunity for you to wait and you have to wait and see what happens with this, what I'm hearing, okay? But there will be an opportunity, and you'll probably know when it is, that you're going to want to help someone who is, if it's this person, if it's a relationship, I don't know, you're going to want to kind of help them, and you're going to really see them open up. And when they open up, it's going to keep coming and keep coming and keep coming, and they're going to get more and more and more and more open with you day and day and day in and day out, sorry. Okay? And when that happens, you're like, things are going to move so fast, okay? Once we get out of this kind of because we're in a very, very destructive energy at the minute, which a lot of things are getting destroyed collectively, personally, emotionally, mentally. A lot of things are just getting destroyed, and it's very intense because it seems to have happened all at once, okay? But it's almost the way that I seen it. It was like all these little tiny fires, these tiny little bonfires, and now they've all joined up, and it's just one big fire. So we need to kind of wait for this in the collective to kind of die down. But it's anyone that was still in fear, it was to destroy that fear for them and make them realize that it's not what it seems. Okay? Because they're in the fire, and you're just keeping warm. Okay, that's what I feel. Like, I literally just see someone. This could be as well. You're kind of triggering them to be that fire. Okay, because you could be heating your hands to the fire, but also you could be healing them energetically by triggering them. Okay, because what I'm hearing is when you're in their presence, or when you talk to that person, your energy is so bright and it's so healing that it triggers them. Do you see how that works? So sometimes people think that triggering people is a bad thing. It's not. It's actually a good thing. Because you're actually helping them. You're helping them heal. So sometimes I will have that happen where I will trigger someone in my family to an argument. And that sounds like a fucked up thing. You'd be like, why would you do that? Because I can see the bigger picture. I can see the bigger picture. Like, if I trigger them, I'm not doing it in a manipulative way. I'm consciously kind of in flow with it. So I'm letting it happen. So when I'm consciously involving in this to trigger them, and then they get triggered and they start to argue with me, and I start to kind of question and argue back. I don't get heated and in that way, but it's just sometimes triggering people is necessary. If you want it to go, you can have someone on the street get triggered. You don't challenge them people, because them people are just strangers to you. I'm talking about family and love relationships and stuff like that. It's just necessary sometimes. Okay, let's just see now what tarot, because a lot of choices it is here. It's like, what the whole week is. Do you want time with your partner, or is it time now for you to take more time to yourself? Do you want more workload, or do you need to take a step away from that and focus on the things that you want to just do for yourself, enjoy? Like little side projects. I think side projects is the thing that really is calling you, group number 3. Side projects, and doing them on the sly and not telling a single soul. Keeping it to yourself. Keeping some secrets that aren't really negative secrets, or kind of fun little private secrets for yourself. Doing that for yourself is they're fun. Okay? Fun secrets. Like, I don't know what you call those. soul secrets. We have the World. Wow, I always love this. I love this World card. We have the sacred geometry all around. So we have the World. I feel with this card, you are definitely completed something up until. So basically, what I'm hearing is you're waiting for everyone else now to catch up. Okay, so that is like the people in your family, your friends, all of the people in your circle. You're waiting for them to kind of step into where you're at and where you see things moving forward, so that you can kind of, help them. Because, sometimes we feel like, sometimes we have to take a step back and then wait for everyone to then kind of approach us and say, okay, you were right, I was wrong, I'm sorry, can you forgive me? You've already you forgive everyone anyway all the time because you've already you're in this position. You've went through it all, so you've forgiven them, because partly what that is, when you forgive people, that's when they step forward, because it's a two-way system. Okay, external, internal, it's all reflected in and out. So you've already completed it. So when you've completed this is when they're going to start stepping forward, and that's what I talked about. These people coming to you and being more open and authentic and true to themselves. You're going to notice this more and more and more. The Devil. So whatever has been really trying to, like, you've been feeling things in your... Don't like that, sorry. Just this devil's hair, it's like... it's almost like you're in space and there's no gravity. Just this kind of like feeling of dissociating. If you've been feeling that, or you've been feeling that people are doing that around you, that's going to start to feel a little bit more intense sometimes. Okay, but this is not a bad thing, because this is, again, necessary. So sometimes you might feel like you're around someone and you're like, you get the heebie-jeebies or like the creeps. It's just you're very sensitive to that frequency, okay? Because that frequency is going to kind of give you the chills, okay? It's kind of like, when you get the goosebumps and people say someone stepped on your grave. It's almost like for some reason your spirit, guys, is giving you these weird sensations to warn you to not be. It's like a detector to kind of tell you that this is bullshit. It's like your bullshit detector is going to be very much strong with this Devil card, okay? Just because the Devil beside the World card, it's like you've already dealt with this. So now you're having these kind of weird sensations of a clarification, and that this is able to help you discern what's happening outside of you, okay? That's a good thing, okay, with that Devil card, because it's helping you to not get back stuck into your old restrictive ways, and you keep on moving forward. Keeping on, and you're moving forward. You've let go. You've nothing to worry about. Everything that you want is coming your way. You went to the river. You've let go of it. You have dealt with those emotional ties that you've had with certain things, and you're now ready to move towards the sunlight. Pure sun loving God energy. And that is what I feel you're going to fully understand this week, is that everything that up until this point has been so worth it, and you're going to have those little moments during the week where you're just smiling for no reason, well, for all reasons really, but you just can't help it, okay? And that is all I have, I think. I'm going to... I need a glass of water. I really do need a glass of water. One more card. I'm just looking at the... Can't see it. I'm trying to look at the time over there, but... Companionship and animals. companionship and animals, and what I feel like this is trying to tell me is that what you're going to start realizing soon enough is this whole new earth that we keep talking about, that I keep talking about, that other spiritual people are talking about. This new earth is about companionship. It's about community. It's about being united as one. It's about being in connection with everyone in the world. Okay, the new world order. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. But like, fuck off. That is bullshit. The new world order is exactly what we want. We wanted not an order. We wanted the new word unity. Sorry, get that out of my head. But yeah, you see how they use words, order. No, maybe it should be the new word companionship, where animals and humans are in unity with one another, and maybe even extraterrestrials. But like, I honestly think that your spiritual journey up until this point has definitely been about you understanding that you are embodiment of the divine feminine, and that your whole experiences with certain relationships and stuff was to get you to where you are now. Okay, so you have to be so grateful for that, and that these little pieces of the puzzle that are coming together, and these little surges of enjoyment and happiness and blissfulness, you did that. Okay, you did that. So be proud of you. Okay, and you deserve everything that is coming your way. Okay, it's almost like animals are attracted to you. It's like they can pick up on your vibration, and they're like hungry for it. Just don't get too close to a tiger, okay, or a lion. Okay, I think yes, that is all that I have for you, group number 3. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next week. Goodbye.